Personally really enjoy the privilege that I was able to experience by attending an HBCU and being in a space in comparison to the space where I am now, where I'm not so focused on kind of being like the representative for my entire race. Hey y'all, it's your girl LV and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be back with installment number 2 of my College to Corporate series, where I give advice and guidance to all of my aspiring corporate baddies as you all transition from college to corporate life. And today we're gonna do it like a little chit chat, get ready with me style, because I will be going to brunch in a little bit. I am going to chat with you all about my own personal journey, how I went from an HBCU baddie to a tech corporate baddie. So this is all about my personal journey from my HBCU to the tech company that I work for now, and I just wanted to share some insight and whatnot with you all. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I always knew that I wanted to go to an HBCU. When I was in high school, I only applied to HBCUs, and you can actually watch how I got a full ride to North Carolina A&T State University. It's like one of my very first YouTube videos I ever posted, where I just kind of share my journey as to how I got a full ride scholarship. So I came to A&T in the fall of 2018. I know I'm showing my age, but I came to A&T in the fall of 2018. I graduated May 2022. I majored in supply chain management and marketing, and I really thoroughly enjoyed my HBCU experience. I pretty much did everything that I wanted to do, from student government association to pledging a sorority, starting my own nonprofit, as well as, you know, having numerous internships and different types of fellowships and experiences. And I really feel like all of those things truly impacted my HBCU experience. Now, I'm not saying you can't like get that same kind of experience attending a PWI, because I'm sure that you can to a certain degree get it, but I personally really enjoy the privilege that I was able to experience by attending an HBCU and being in a space in comparison to the space where I am now, where I'm not so focused on kind of being like the representative for my entire race. While I was in undergrad, I really thought I was going to be a lawyer. That was my goal. I wanted to be a corporate attorney for either like an entertainment company like BET, or for a tech company, be like in-house legal counsel, and just kind of do all of the, you know, legal girly things. And I did a fellowship my summer after my freshman year at Duke Law School, and I really enjoyed it. And I feel like I've told y'all this story before, but I really enjoyed that. Like, if I didn't participate in that program, I would have still been on a pre-law track while I was in undergrad. And just having that experience just really told me that maybe going to law school straight after undergrad wasn't for me. And that's not to say like I wouldn't go to grad school, because I'm literally studying for my GMAT right now to go get my MBA. But that experience just told me like maybe I need to wait a few years and get some experience before I commit to, you know, another like 6 or 7 years of school post-grad. You know, you're the only girl that really didn't have an internship last year, because I was in the honors program while I was in undergrad. So literally all of my freaking peers, it didn't matter if you were a freshman or what, literally everybody was having internships at like big companies. No, everybody was doing it big, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I went to Duke Law School for a month, but like now that I've decided I don't want to be an attorney, like how can I leverage this experience to be able to get me to the next level? A few different things that I felt like really helped me stand out, and just really a part of my HBCU experience that I feel like has really benefited me going into the corporate world, going to an HBCU and participating in student organizations has really taught me a level of decorum that has extremely like benefited me in post-grad life. Because of the internet and stuff, I feel like now there's a lot more expectation for you to know how to do stuff. And like, I'm not saying people don't care about soft skills anymore, because they definitely do. Leadership experience while in undergrad is so crucial during those earlier years when you transition into corporate, because you learn a lot of stuff like organizational skills, like parliamentarian skills, like Robert's Rule of Order, how to just run a meeting, all of that stuff. And if you've been a president of any organization, but especially if you've been a chapter president of a Black Greek letter organization, child, you know the importance of balancing business and personal and running a meeting, running an organization. And it's a lot more than just leadership, but also like the business processes that come behind that. So I feel like that was really beneficial for me. Now, some of the challenges that I faced while I was, searching for internships and everything was just trying to figure out what I was passionate about. And once I realized that I was like, I actually don't have to have everything figured out, one of the light bulb moments that I had in my undergrad experience, and just being genuine with like recruiters and people that I interviewed with when I was trying to get internships and fellowships and all of that stuff, is just being like, hey, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I know what I like to do. I know what I'm good at. I can see these are areas of improvement. Like, that's why I'm interested in your job, or interested in this role, or interested in participating in this fellowship, because I understand that I have gaps in experience. I have gaps in skills, and I really believe that given this opportunity, I'll be able to fill those gaps and help discover my true passions and contribute to your organization or to your business or whatever, your university, if you're applying for like fellowships and scholarships and stuff for grad school. I don't feel like people talk about that enough. Like, they're always like, oh, you need to know, like, you need to craft perfect answers and stuff. Like, sometimes I don't know is a good answer. Like, sometimes I don't know is the only answer you can give to someone. Like, you have to be someone who, I don't know, but I want to put in the effort and have the drive and the perseverance to be able to figure out what's going to happen next. When I graduated, I was definitely a little burnt out from school, and I really just wanted to chill. Like, I'm approaching 2 years now at the company I work for, and I'm not saying like I bullshitted or anything. I definitely did all of my work to the best of my ability, but I have just been a career overachiever, y'all, and I just did not do that at work. Like, I was not trying to be an overachiever. I was literally just like, I'm going to do the best that I can within my ability, and not in a way that's going to drain me. Because the thing about work is, with anything that you do, work, school, whatever, personal life, as much as you give people, that is as much as they're going to take. So I made a commitment to myself to not overgive and overextend myself, because I felt like I did that a lot in university, and I didn't want that to be my experience with my job. Because with university and organizations and stuff, outside of my sorority, like, if I didn't want to do it anymore, I didn't have to. Like, I could definitely just say, like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to step down from this leadership position, or I'm going to step down from this role, or I'm no longer going to be a part of this organization. I'm not one of these denouncing girlies. We don't have to get into that. That's tea, but we don't got to get into that. What I understood about work was that it wasn't going to be as simple as saying, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you have to actually make a game plan if you don't like your job to be able to pivot, and you have to put in a lot more effort to pivot. So there has to be a really strong desire to be like, fuck this, I'm out, that I just simply don't really feel. I don't know, y'all, if you're in that space in life, because I'm such a strong believer, like, when you know, when you know something is not serving you purpose anymore, when you know that something is negatively contributing to your well-being or like your peace of mind or anything along those lines, like, you will know it. And I simply just don't feel like that with my job. I just understand that there's a lot more growth, a lot more potential than what I'm doing right now, and it's up to me to be able to like maximize that potential and really see that growth through and do what I can to continue to grow professionally. So some of the highlights of my experience in tech: one, I just feel like it's such a humble brag to be able to say like I work in tech and this is a space that I actually work in for real, and to be able to be like, I'm not a software engineer, I'm not anything like that. And that's no shade to the engineering girlies, because I don't see how y'all can do it. However, my whole point in like this series and just anything that I share about my career in general is just to let people know, like, for my non-technical girlies, like, there is a space for you here. And lately what I've been seeing trending on social media is like, for Black women, yes, we get to experience a lot of duality, but I want to see more visibility in terms of successful careers for women who may not be like super math oriented like me. I'm not a super like math person, but who might not want to be a lawyer, or who may not be super creative and can't be a multidisciplinary creator and artist. Like, there is still a place for you in this world, and I don't want you to feel like you can't be successful because you don't have a TV show. You don't have a life that you see people having on TikTok. Like, you're not a boss babe with fucking millions of businesses, and like, you could have a regular 9 to 5 in a really good industry without having to like be something that you're not. That's what I've been telling myself, because sometimes I definitely experience imposter syndrome, not just in work but just in life in general. And I look at my peers and stuff and I'm like, damn, like, am I doing enough? Like, even when I post on social media, I'm just like, is my life interesting enough to people? But y'all, it don't gotta be interesting to hella people. It's just gotta be interesting to you, and it's gotta be interesting to the people that you actually care about, which is why I keep on putting out content like this. Even if 100 people watch it, if only 3 people out of those 100 people are like, damn, what Lena said really like stuck out to me, it's really where I am in life, that matters. I don't feel like this industry is as like hierarchical, I don't know how to say that word, but as hierarchical as other industries like finance. I definitely feel like I have a lot more opportunities to get in front of like senior leadership and lead in my role, even though I'm someone who's really junior. And that's really important to me from a career standpoint and as a personality standpoint, because I've just always been used to being a leader. It was really nice to be able to have those opportunities when I wanted those opportunities, and not really be like forced. And in my career thus far, I have been very strategic and careful about like pushing boundaries, especially in terms of physical appearance, because physical appearance for a Black woman is such a big thing. And recently I had an opportunity to go to San Francisco for work, and attend like a really big tech conference. And I was really nervous about getting these braids, because I was like, what if people think I'm so ghetto? And by the way, if y'all can't tell, these are past my butt knotless braids. And I think that's one of like the biggest things from HBCU to corporate life is some of your physical appearance. Like, you can, maybe this is just college in general, but you can kind of experiment with your look, hair color, tattoos, all of that stuff. And like, there's room for other people who look like this. And so it was really important for me, at least, to be like, I'm going to wear my hair like this because this is authentically myself. And there's nothing ghetto about having long hair. There's nothing ghetto. There's nothing like, unprofessional. I had to keep on telling myself, like, there's nothing unprofessional about your hair. And I think it's one, just being able to have the, you know, support of my manager and my team and stuff like that to show up authentically in these spaces, but it also takes a lot of self-confidence to. This is such a cute little natural beat. So I'm gonna do my lashes and my lip and stuff off camera. I'll probably get dressed too and then come back and we can just close this video out. Okay, y'all, this is the final look. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that this was helpful as you all make your transition from college to corporate. If you have any questions about going to an HBCU, graduating from an HBCU, or about working to tech, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. Until next time, bye y'all. Your secrets. Telephone now. Your secrets.